Hey y'all, I'm excited to be here today on Faith Friday, and it's been a great week for me because I've been celebrating my birthday. I don't know how many of y'all have birthdays in September or are Virgos and like to celebrate like the whole month long. That's me. I like to celebrate, but especially the week of my birthday. So I turned the big 4-0 on Tuesday, and I'm excited to get to celebrate more this weekend. So today's topic is on having an attitude of gratitude. And so I don't know how many of y'all have ever gotten tired of working, going in, going out, same job, same stuff all the time. If you ever get tired of doing laundry, I mean, you put a load in and then it's like there's another load and another load, and it's like you can't ever keep up folding. Or the dishes getting done, or the house clean, or you know, just there's so many things that I think that we can begin to grumble about in life that I have to check myself and have an attitude of gratitude about. So when I start fussing about those things, instead of saying, gosh, there's so much laundry to do, I say, thank you, Lord, that I have clothes to wear. Or, gosh, grocery shopping with the toddler super hard, and then I gotta come cook, and then I gotta clean the dishes after, and then instead I'm like, thank you, Lord, for my son, and for food to eat, and for a home to cook it in. And so there's always something that we can be grateful for, and so choosing to have an attitude of gratitude can change your life. So there's a couple quotes in here about practicing having an attitude of gratitude, and one of those is talking about that if you can write down what you're grateful for each and every day, that you will automatically become more happy, hopeful, and open-hearted, which is really cool. So I have this neat book that's called Attitudes of Gratitude, and it's just a journal book. I also have another one that's just really simple, where you can write down the things that you're thankful for each day. It doesn't have to be a long list, but just being able to write things down. And so as I look back in my gratitude journal, it's short stuff, but so this time last year, it said I was grateful for family and friends, and I was grateful for Bubba, my cat, and I was thankful for shelter and basic necessities. For that same time, a month later, I was thankful for the freedom to be open about my spirituality, whereas a lot of countries don't have that ability just to talk openly about their beliefs without fear of being harmed. And so I had on here sunshine, heat, my blue eyes, mountains, God's love, cupcakes. Let's see, some other great ones in here were a dry roof during the rain, the sound of rain on a tin roof, a crock pot, warm bed, devotional time, and let's see, some more, hot bath, and a beautiful day in God's nature, health, a loving husband. And so these are some of the things that I had written down, a year ago. And so now it's great to be able to look back and see those things that I'm thankful for and thank God for those blessings and just be grateful. So it says, you could not be grateful and unhappy at the same time. That's a neat quote. There's some other ones in here that I really like. And it says, your future depends on many things, but your attitude depends on you. Remember that you get to control that. Gratitude makes us feel bursting with delight, just to remember the gifts that we have received. Thus, we are doubly blessed when we receive something for the gift itself, and then later for the miracle of having been given it. That's kind of a neat perspective. When you have an attitude of gratitude, it kind of gives you this mental sunshine that can cause flowers of peace, happiness, prosperity, and joy to grow upon your face. And so being a creator of that mental sunshine, again, is a daily choice. We can be grateful for what we do have, even in our tough circumstances sometimes. Gratitude lights up what is already in our lives You don't necessarily have anything more or different, but suddenly you can actually see what it is. And because you see it, you no longer take it for granted. Are there any things just in front of you that sometimes you take for granted? So if there are those things in your life that you are not grateful for, that really are just aggravating you or driving you crazy, or maybe you're just, having difficulty with that perspective, go ahead and try to reformulate that thought into, instead of I dislike this, being thankful for what that is. So some ideas of how you can bring more gratitude into your life include focusing on what's right in your life instead of what's wrong. Sometimes being married, that's been something that my husband's taught me, is that he can do 10 wonderful things and then do one thing that I'm like, why did you do that? And it seems like the focus is on that one thing instead of on the 10 other awesome things. And so the same goes with praise. We can compliment someone one time, but then put them down 5 or 6 times, and then the one time, doesn't matter anymore. And so really what we want to do is try to be the opposite of that. We want to give, kids and our family, more praise instead of more complaints. So keep a gratitude journal. Doesn't have to be long. Y'all don't have to have a long time. Just write a few things down you're grateful for. Take a moment to give thanks at meals. Say thank you as often as possible. Manners matter to me, so that's really important that my son knows how to say thank you. And I've even been out and about talking to folks and like, thank you, and they don't say anything back, and I'm like, you're welcome. So I know it's probably not real polite, but I think that you have to have manners, and being able to say thank you helps you remember what you're grateful for. Appreciate your children as they are. Remember why you love your spouse and your friends. Do not compare your life to others' lives. Even if you're scrolling through Facebook and Instagram and all that social media, just because Joe Bob Judy Rue over there has this, that, and the other doesn't mean that you need that. Being able to be confident in you and your life and, give your life, to Christ as far as your plans and the details of it is going to give you way more riches than what you see your friends have. So try not to compare yourself and your life to others. Tell someone you work with why you appreciate them. Look for hidden blessings in difficult situations. There's always times when, maybe you get a flat tire and you're complaining about it, but then there's an accident right above the road, and if you hadn't had a flat tire, you might have been involved in that accident. There's always a hidden blessing in our circumstances that we can choose to look for. And then live today as if it were your last. So, being able to be in the present and being present in the present. I told my husband that for my present this year, I wanted him to be present with me. I think that's the best gift that I could ask for. And so, be mindful of your day and how you're spending it, and just taking time to be grateful for yourself and the things you have. And so that's the encouragement that I have for you today. Go ahead and comment below on things you're grateful for in life. Things that you are just thankful for and that you have gratitude for, and share any thoughts and ideas with me about those things. I'd love to hear from y'all. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll be sharing some more with you over birthday weekend, extended throughout this week as I continue celebrating. And I'm thankful for each of you. I'm grateful that you are part of my network. And I love to share in this journey with you. So may God bless you. Have an awesome weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye.